From Lakeville, Minnesota, welcome to this presentation of the National Premier Soccer League as the Minnesota Blizzard FC entertain Duluth FC. From Lakeville South High School, a slight shift in location from the home opener, the Blizzard seek their first victory of their inaugural season as they host last year's North Division champions, Duluth. Roy on the call, Adam on the camera here on Game Time Media. Duluth is wrapping up on their warm-ups just to our right. They rolled in maybe a little later than they would have liked. Long trek from northern Minnesota to be here in the southern metro for this game. First meeting of the season between the two teams, but they will meet again up at the Duluth Public School Stadium on June 26th. The Minnesota Blizzard playing the second of their home games, and they get into a nice stretch of home games. 4 out of their final 6 home games will be at home, including a game at Lakeville North High School next Wednesday, and then games on the 29th of June, 2nd of July, and 6th of July that will all be at Lakeville North. So if home cooking is a good thing for the Blizzard, then having those home matches late in the season could be a godsend. They've been in most of their games. A 3-2 loss to open the season, then lost 4-0, but followed that with another 3-2 defeat. Had a 1-1 draw with the Sioux Falls Thunder in their home opener, and then got bumped off by Southland United FC 5-0 in their most recent game, and that was just this past Saturday. We'll hear from the head coach, Forrest Randall, a little later on in the presentation, at halftime actually, and he says even in that game there were positive things to pull away from the performance of the Blizzard, although getting that first victory is still something elusive and one that they would love to get as soon as possible. Doing that today against Duluth might involve scoring a number of goals. This Duluth FC team does lead the league in goal scoring. They've got 18 goals on the season. Only 5 goals have been scored all season by the Blizzard, so they've got to find a way to finish some plays and meanwhile contain Duluth, which is led by Ed Nice, who himself has 6 goals on the season. So number 10 for Duluth has more goals than the Blizzard have this season. That is the task they have to tackle today, and Coach Randall, of course, knows that. It's no secret when you've got a player coming in here with 6 goals on the season. He's not necessarily a big guy, but he's got a scoring touch, and the Blizzard will be trying to keep number 10 contained. Meanwhile, Duluth has given up just 6 goals in their 7 games so far, and minus the 5 goals given up by the Blizzard in their most recent game, they have been in tight games, losing tight games, but being in tight games. But again, the defense is going to have to shine today. Blizzard no wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses on the season. Duluth with 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. For Duluth, they started the season, and they are the defending North champions, as I mentioned at the top. They started the season with a 3-0 win over Joy St. Louis Park, edged Siouxland 2-1, had a 0-0 draw with Fusion, and then lost to Fusion, who leads the North Division, 3-1. That was followed by a loss to the Twin Stars, 3-1, a 4-1 win over Sioux Falls, and a 7-1 trouncing of the Twin Stars in their most recent game to give them 4 wins on the season. But they did go through a stretch of scoring just 2 goals in 3 games and having the 1 draw and 2 losses. So Duluth hit a little bit of a dry spell there. They seem to have found their scoring touches once again with 11 goals over the last 2 games, and we'll see what the Blizzard are able to do in the way of trying to contain that. Duluth is huddled up. They've got the green uniforms on with the green and white striping to the right, and with the young children standing alongside members of the starting lineup for the Blizzard. Standing to the left, we're going to have the walkout and the introduction of the players here momentarily. It's been a stormy day across southern Minnesota, Twin Cities and southern Minnesota at least. I'm not sure what the weather has been like up in Duluth for folks from the hometown looking in. But it was raining cats and dogs and all other small critters earlier today here at Lakeville South High School, as is the case at Duluth Public School Stadium and most of the facilities It is an artificial turf, so the fact that it rained a lot today, not a big issue. A lot of baseball games around the region and around the state had to be postponed today. But soccer will go on. And I know that at one point it looked like there could be some storms this evening. It doesn't seem real likely to get that until maybe much later on. The walkout has begun. Introductions, national anthem, all coming up shortly, and then we'll get 90 minutes of soccer underway here today at Lakeville South. Usually the games are at Lakeville North, so there's a different logo in the middle of the field, middle of the pitch for soccer. But we're just down the street from North here at South High School in Lakeville. For Duluth, their starters include number 3, Jake Starling. Number 6, Andres Solaris. Number 7, Felipe Luis Santos. Number 8 is Rory Doyle. Number 10, Ed Nice. Number 15, Miles Edmondson. Number 18, Axel Batal. Number 21 is Paul Bobai. Number 26, Jexi Orellana. In goal is number 33, Ezekiel Foltz. And number 36, J.J. Oyabamaji. The head coach is Sean Morgan. The assistant coach is Corey Bullhammer, the Duluth FC. For the home team, Minnesota Blizzard, number 1, J.T. Broughton. Number 3, Jaden Weffel. Those two are midfielders along with number 4, Jorge Zalea. Another midfielder is number 9, Leo Runstad. One of the forwards is number 13, Ashton Hostler. On defense, number 14, Samson J.C. A midfielder, number 16, Ashton Frost. I believe midfield for number 19, Carter Hermanson. Defense, number 25, Reed Wolf. Defense, number 29, Gianni Cascone. And number 97, in goal, Dylan Ellers. Assistant coach for the Blizzard is Jason Obarski, and the head coach is Forrest Randall, Minnesota Blizzard FC. This is the halfway point of the season for the Blizzard. This is game number 6 out of a 12-game summer schedule. Only the second home game. Again, a very strong, home-heavy end of the season. This is game number 8 for Duluth FC. 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. So they're a little deeper into their season, and a team that has some pretty good veterans. Shout out to the ball kids who were out there on the pitch for the introductions. Thomas Carlson, Archer Dunn, Rush Fury, Liam Hooligan, Zach Maskell, Miles Obarski, Austin Reinhart, Henry Weiland, and Braden Wood. And they'll try and keep this game flowing with the tracking down of the loose balls around the pitch. I asked Coach Randall after the home opener, during the home opener, about the fact that the games in this league are played on the artificial surface for the most part. I know people who feel that soccer on natural grass is the way to go. And he points out that a lot of these players who are MIAC players and play college soccer play on artificial surfaces at their colleges. So in his estimation, artificial is just fine. That's works well for these players. The National Premier Soccer League offering a high level of play according to owner Chad Hendricks, serving as a fourth tier of the USA Soccer Pyramid, akin to AA baseball, functioning as a development league for the MLS, in addition to allowing these players to get better for their college careers and then hopefully advancing into those pro ranks down the road. So Duluth FC with the green and white, and that light blue on the part of the Minnesota Blizzard as we are set to go. Want to say thanks to Schmitty & Sons, the official away game transportation for the Minnesota Blizzard FC, and Imagine Theaters. Have fun at the movies this summer at one of the 9 Metro Imagine locations. And Duluth will start with the ball from that Cougar logo at mid-pitch, midfield here at Lakeville South High School. The clock will then begin its ascension to 45 minutes per half, counting up as soccer is in its regular form. So right away, Duluth overshoots their forwards, and the Blizzard, we'll see if they can gain control of it. Those Duluth numbers might be a little tricky to read as they get things rolling here. Nice step in by one of the Blizzard players to force a turnover. And then Minnesota will try and work it forward, but lose it near the mid-stripe. Trying to cross it. No real chance. Now there is. Top of the box. That'll be broken up. Great job breaking up that play by the Minnesota Blizzard. And it was Broughton, by the way, who got in there to break that play up and kick that ball out of the 18 box. But Duluth will work it around. Minnesota is trying to put on some pressure, force the play, come away with the ball. There's some hard contact that does eventually bring the whistle. For a moment, it looked like there was not going to be a call, but a foul against the Blizzard. Coach Randall said that when they don't have the ball, getting the group as a team to come together to get the ball back is pretty essential. So Duluth works with it again. And I tell you, the numbers on Duluth, with the numbers and the horizontal lines across the back, Orellana has it right there. Now the ball comes ahead to Luis Santos. But they will be a little tricky to read those numbers moving through this game. I believe that's Patal who put it in. He got it right back to himself. And then Orellana moves it over to the center of the pitch. All the action so far, 2 minutes in. On the defensive half for the Blizzard. There's an entry broken up, but didn't get it out of there. Then someone steps in the way of that. And a blast comes and a good header. The header over there was by Zalea. Just trying to keep it away from the front. And Dylan Ehlers, wearing number 97, in goal today for the Blizzard. So there's a pass deflected in that deep corner. But Duluth puts on good pressure to regain possession of the ball. And a quick pass goes to Solars. Slipped forward. Duluth, great job of passing that ball, as you see in tight quarters. Solars feeds it over to the left. And now on that wing, they look to get it down low. Nice is the one who's there, marking him up, and that has come out, I believe, a goal kick. Nice was marked up by Jaden Weffel, And if that's Weffel's job, that is going to be a tough one. It's a corner kick. So the first corner will belong to Duluth. It looked like one of the Blizzard players was about to toss the ball to his keeper, but he was just being optimistic. That is not the case at all, and we have the first corner going Duluth's way in a 0-0 game just a few minutes in. But Duluth really controlling play so far. Headed toward the middle, trap down, drop back. There's a redirect, and I don't know how that one didn't go in. I don't know if Ellers got in the way or someone else. It looked like they had an excellent scoring chance. Did Duluth. And apparently we've got a foul against Duluth FC. And the Blizzard will get it started right away. 4 minutes in, no score. But Minnesota Blizzard having a tough time keeping possession against a talented and veteran Duluth team. Duluth had those couple of losses and a draw. I wonder if they were less than 100% those games, considering how much they've dominated so far, and they've dominated in a couple of their games recently. Didn't have time to research all of the game sheets from the previous games, but when a team is veteran and coming off a championship season, that maybe they weren't at 100% in a couple of those games in that middle part of the season they've already played. Sun shining bright. It is a warm day. Humidity could become a factor for these players. It's been a very stormy day in southern Minnesota and the South Metro, and so there's a lot of humidity in the air. Quick little give and go. Now on the back door, getting tough angle. Ellers knocks it away and then grabs it out of the air. He had a man in his face. Ellers able to corral it, and he'll get the kick from the goal box. So a couple opportunities here for Duluth. They're registering it as one official shot on goal, but they have had some other good opportunities, even if they, shots. Even if they haven't been registered as shots, Duluth has had some good possession time and good chances, as the Blizzard are yet to really penetrate into the offensive half. And even middle third, we've been at a little bit. They've never been in the offensive front third. And Duluth spreads it out to get some good easy passes. We've seen they can do the passing pretty effectively in tight quarters as well. Nice job there by Cascone off the outside of his foot to knock the ball away. This will come through and grabbed by Ellers. Number 97 wearing the bright yellow and bright orange shoes. And if that attracts the ball, that works for him. At the other end of the pitch, it's essentially a blaze orange uniform and socks and the whole bit for the keeper Foltz, Ezekiel Foltz at the other end. And I believe this will go to Duluth. Orellana will do the throw in. And here comes Duluth FC. Last game out was the second time the Blizzard have been shut out this season. Otherwise, they've scored 2 goals twice and had a 1-1 draw in their home opener, their only home game up until now. They came against Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls goes to Duluth next Wednesday. That'll be the next game for Duluth. Next up for the Blizzard is a home game versus Siouxland next Wednesday, and that'll be back at Lakeville North High School, which is technically the home pitch for the Blizzard, but happen to be playing this game at Lakeville South High School. Solares dribbles through the middle. Approaching 8 minutes through the first half. And driving it to the right wing, Batal. Feathers a pass through. I believe that's Luis Santos. And it is deflected out by JC, Samson JC. And this will be the second corner for Duluth. 45-minute halves. And then you get some injury time at the end as well. So that time registers on the field. Ellers looking back into the sun, trying to head that through traffic. Duluth can't get a head on it, and it'll be a goal kick for the Blizzard. Players in this league, 19 to 30 years old in some cases. A lot of the bios I've seen on players are guys that are in college, a lot of times the MIAC between Hamlin and Gustavus and Augsburg. But there's some folks from other parts of the country as well, as far as the Blizzard roster goes. And Ellers is going to come out to play this one. Looking at his options, wants to roll it to JC, but is electing to maybe think about another option. Line drive punt of sorts. And after the initial contact to receive it, it is lost. Good pass through a couple of defenders, and now the defensive team, Blizzard, for a moment become the offensive team with the ball, but this will belong back to Duluth. Duluth won the division last season. They did not lose a game. They went 11-0 and had one draw in their 12-game season. And then won the semifinal matchup, but they lost to Med City in the round to advance to, I think regionals comes after that, and maybe a national tournament further down the road. Halftime chat with Coach Sean Morgan, I tried to get a little bit of a rundown of how the playoffs do work in the National Premier Soccer League. And with Duluth having gotten as close as they did last year to advance past the division playoffs, making it to the division finals before falling to Med City 2-1, they certainly have a goal of getting that next step this season. And they have a lot of players back from last season. Here's Batal. Batal crosses it. Ellers comes out. An awkward kick. The ball, it looks like it went over. Oh, my. It went off the crossbar, and then it's kicked over the crossbar. So a couple more great chances for Duluth, and right there, point blank opportunity, and just kicked it high. And that was Oye Bamaje. And he might be looking at that one in replay in his mind on the entire 2.5-hour drive home. Good opportunity there, but he'll get more. J.J. Oyabamaje. And the Blizzard will get a goal kick. So about 11 minutes gone by. And Duluth off the goal kick. Gets possession in their favor right away. Oyabamaje was in the vicinity. Now quick transition here for the Blizzard. Racing up the right side. That might be JC over there. Tries to find Hostler. And that will turn into a goal kick for Duluth. Hostler has one of the goals for the Blizzard. Broughton has two of the goals. Hamed and Frost have the other goals up to this point on the campaign. Through the middle third, Duluth again effectively finding their players. We've got a Duluth player down on a knee. Pretty sure that's Edmondson. But he's back up. One of the ball kids gets him the ball, and they're quickly back underway. Duluth doesn't waste any time. That was a nice little drop pass. Drive! Ellers with a diving save, then headed forward by Zalea. And just trying to relieve some pressure are the Blizzard, but not a cohesive, organized. Oh, but then there's a foul called against Duluth. Missed that, but that'll get the ball back to the Blizzard. Being organized is one of the things as well that Coach Randall will tell us during a halftime chat that you'll hear here on Game Time Media, coverage of the National Premier Soccer League, Minnesota Blizzard and Duluth FC. Some comments from the coach will be coming up at halftime, but being organized to get the ball up the pitch is one area they're working. Set pieces is another that he talked about. This one will belong to Duluth. Throw-in occurs by Axel Batal. Orellana. And they work it around their little diamond or their little triangle of players. Some contact, whistle, and this will be a foul against the Blizzard. Seems like we're even on fouls at a couple of teams. 2 corner kicks for Duluth, so they have the advantage there. And the scoreboard is showing 4 saves for Ehlers. There's a nice deke and a soft pass. And Duluth finds it on the left flank. Blizzard forced the issue a little bit. Duluth will just regroup. Come over here to Orellana. And that was Batal. There's a good steal for the Blizzard. Now let's see about possession time. Coming back to Hassel, running through a lot of traffic, and then lost the ball. So Leo Runestad really didn't find someone to pass to, and through the traffic ends up losing it to Duluth. Bamaje has it poked away by Cascone. Nice job that time by the Blizzard to step in front of a pass, come up with a steal. Duluth swipes it right back. Threading that pass through. And now slips it through the defense. Good job hustling back and also preventing it from being a corner. JC gets to the ball and clears it wide. It'll be a throw in deep in the corner for Duluth, but on the positive side, at least the Blizzard don't give up a corner. And the throw-in comes right back to Batal, and it will be another throw-in for Duluth, just a little further up the near touch line. Orellana drops it back, kind of one of the quarterbacks back there of that defense. Going side to side, looking for where they can probe in deeper. 0-0, almost 16 minutes through, a 45-minute first half. Shot goes off a couple of players that were right next to each other. I assume it was a Blizzard player that got in the way. Now here's a shot on up above his head without any traffic in front of him. Ehlers is able to make a good stop. That ball had a little oomph on it. So driven nice and hard down the field, but can the Blizzard execute possession of it? And I think there was a whistle there, so we'll get a foul against the Blizzard. Quick restart by Duluth. Duluth keeps it. Looked like a Blizzard player had a good chance to come away with a steal, but Duluth, now there's a nice job. That's Cascone, but then his pass is intercepted. Coming straight up the middle. Quick touch pass to the outside. Then a little burst of speed, left-footed try. Cascone get back there to block that one. Top of the box, forced out to the wing. That was a pretty nifty pass, across, and then it's broken up. Follow-up try is just wide. Another great opportunity for Duluth. And I see the guy who, I believe, took the shot. But Duluth does not have numbers on the fronts of their jerseys. I believe that was Rory Doyle, who does have a goal on the season. I believe Doyle is the one that took that shot from that left wing. So once again, a long punt down the pitch, and ultimately it belongs to Duluth. A little bit of pressure applied by Ashton Frost, but Duluth just swings it back to their keeper, Ezekiel Foltz, F-O-L-T-Z. Duluth does a great job of having their defensive group organize those initial drives up the pitch. Give and go back. Pass ahead. Good break up there. Well done on the back end by the Blizzard, and it'll force Duluth to start again from their keeper. So 5 saves are registered on the board. Ehlers has come up big, and then there was the point-blank try where a shot went high right after a ball seemingly went off the crossbar. Couple of quick possession changes there, and now the Blizzard passed a little bit behind and turned over. The one thing we haven't seen a lot of is there's contact right on the edge of the box. Great job that time by Runestad to get the ball away from Luis Santos. Is the fact that Ed Nice, who I know I called his name a couple of times early, but really haven't called his name much since then. He's standing there on essentially that 20-yard line. And we have a substitution. So Nice, who has 6 goals on the season, is a player that the Blizzard really have to mark up on. And right now it's Landon Atkins who was marked on him, and Zalea is the one who went out of the game for the Blizzard. Opportunity developing, some pressure being put on by the Blizzard. No call in the penalty box. And it is still Duluth's ball, but they have to find a different scoring opportunity after having it in the top of the box. Racing forward, right there, and a redirection on Ehlers. So another good job defensively of keeping the scoring chances as good as they are from being finished off. As Duluth will restart it. Both teams only have numbers on the backs of their jerseys. And it was JC who broke up that last play, and then Cascone right there sends it toward the middle, but Duluth boxes out and creates possession for themselves once again. Almost midway through this opening half, 21-plus minutes in. 0-0. Blizzard still looking for their first real scoring chance, but really condensing in the middle when Duluth has their good chances. Luis Santos give and go, and then knocking it away, really picking his pocket was Leo Runestad. His pass is intercepted. They'll drop that one back, send it back door, and head it out of there. And that was Atkins who got his head on it, clearing it a little further out. As the Blizzard just keep fending off Duluth over and over again. There's a shot that's blocked. That time it was Hermanson that got in the way. And now Duluth pulls it all the way out to the middle third. Interviews with both coaches at halftime. Long range, trying to curl it back door. And that might result in a corner, I presume. So this will be the third corner for Duluth, none yet for the Blizzard. Blizzard are yet to have possession deep into the offensive zone. But they are weathering the storm of Duluth FC so far. That time they go short and then back out to the player who had the corner. Oh, diving play by Ehlers to stop again, and then a shot from the left. Didn't have as good an opportunity that time on the follow-up try, but Ehlers is right there to stop another chance. Player of the game thus far. Keeping those goose eggs on the board for each team. Throw in here for the Blizzard. Thanks to Chick-fil-A, Apple Valley. Reminder, Chick-fil-A, stop in, place an order on the app, show you support the Minnesota Blizzard FC at Chick-fil-A of Apple Valley. Frost gets that one to Hermanson. Hermanson dribbles, and apparently there was a foul in there somewhere. So one of the deeper penetrations apparently goes for naught for the Blizzard. And a Duluth pass goes errant. Cascone will tap that back to Ehlers. Once again, on those long kicks out, Duluth has really been winning kind of that battle for the ball. They've won the jump balls, if you want to call them that. Batal dribbles ahead, slips, back heel pass to him, tapped forward again. JC gets to it. Oyembaji and Ehlers flies in the air. That one probably won't count as a shot, I don't believe, because it wasn't really going on goal necessarily. But Ehlers had to retrieve the ball. They've put it as a shot on the board, showing that Ehlers has 9 saves in the first half. And a little over halfway through the first half here, playing at Lakeville South High School for today's game. North is where the Blizzard will be again next Wednesday, hosting Siouxland. Game Time Media will have it for you. And Duluth hosts Sioux Falls, team they just beat 4-1. Blizzard just lost to Siouxland, so they will be anxious to see how they improve. And Coach Randall will talk about that game against Siouxland at our halftime report. That is nice. Nice is denied that time, but it leads to a corner, and that'll be the 4th corner coming up here for Duluth. I don't know why the clock stopped. They're actually looking at it over in the score booth because the clock is not supposed to stop. I don't know if the officials are going to catch that or not, but the clock is not moving. That's not by design. Headed over the crossbar and through the uprights. So whatever issue they are having with the clock, they're radioing downstairs to let the folks know to maybe keep track of it downstairs. Because I'm going to start my own stopwatch here if I can find my stopwatch on my phone, since we're at the 25 mark. And I'll just add what I have on my watch, because they, at all times, I believe that they're keeping track on the field anyway. Oh, now they fixed it. All right. And they put 26 on the clock. Feels like that's pretty accurate. I do believe that the officials on the field are keeping track of the time in all reality. But the momentary clock issue has been remedied, and it is continuing to flow up. And Duluth continues to attack going up the field. This comes over to Luis Santos. Luis Santos drops it off to Batal coming behind him. Crossed, broken up. Feel that was Cascone who got his head on the ball, one of the bigger defenders out there. Good size on the young man. Now this is over for Solaris. There once again, a header by the Blizzard. Atkins that time. A dash, a cross, and the player there for it is Weffel. So Weffel dribbles a bit, has the ball poked away, and here's Duluth. They had big numbers right there to create. It was kind of a 1-on-3 because Duluth players converged on Weffel. Luis Santos crosses it, and that's broken up. But Duluth will regroup in the middle third and regroup quickly. Starling fires it forward. He's got one of the goals on the season, one of the 18 goals that Duluth has scored. Summit Ortho in Lakeville, with orthopedic urgent care open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 6 locations metro-wide, including Lakeville. Summit has you covered. Also, set up your high school sports physical with them, too. Sure, summer might have just started, but never too early to get ready for that time of year as well. Fall sports. In fact, most of the high school kids are working on activities to benefit them at fall sports time, in addition to enjoying summer, hopefully. This will be a goal kick for Duluth. Approaching 30 minutes through the first half. 0-0. Duluth has one scoreless game they have themselves, the only time they've been shut out was in a 0-0 or 0-0 draw with division-leading Fusion. Dakota Fusion, 5-1 on the season. For 16 points, 5-1, the one being a draw. So 5 wins, 1 draw. Dakota Fusion has not lost, and they lead the division after coming in second last season. But then they got knocked out by Med City in the semifinal round of the North playoffs before Med City went on and beat Duluth in the finals of the North. Luis Santos centers that, trying to get a return pass to him, broken up. Then Hostler, he feeds it over. Back toward Hostler, didn't quite connect with him. And Orellana. And Duluth will reset. Orellana comes over to Solaris, Andres Solaris. To Batal. So Duluth has those Blizzard forwards just kind of running around and not able to get to the ball. Swung over to Batal, comes off his head as a loose ball, but right to his teammate, back to Batal. So he plays a little bit of catch. Then a give and go back to Luis Santos. His cross was broken up, and now it is out off of Duluth. And one of the ball kids over here on the sideline, there's about 6 or 8 of them racing around, keeping the game going. So the Blizzard get a throw in here at the 30-minute mark into the first half, no score. So the Blizzard have a road game. A home game next week. So back-to-back home games, then a couple of road games before the final 3 games at home on their season. But next game is Siouxland next Wednesday. Both these teams off for a week after tonight's action. Give-and-go return effort. Gascone among those that gets in the way of that opportunity. Frost helps clear the ball. Duluth gets it back on Ehlers. He'll catch this one chest high. Three games today. Dakota is at Sioux Falls. Siouxland is at Joy St. Louis Park. And then here we've got Duluth at the Blizzard. Jumps the route there, Runestad. Runestad to Hermanson. And now Broughton with the ball. JC. So that's the biggest combination of passes that the Blizzard have had. And if they can maintain possession, let's see, about 7 or 8 of their players on the pitch have touched the ball. Then that long pass, lobbed intended for Hermanson, is broken up, although a steal back by the Blizzard. Then Broughton from long range will send that over. But at least the Blizzard showed some opportunity there with the ball and a long-range shot that at least registers as a shot, even though not technically on goal. A shot is a shot in the sport of soccer. And something for the Blizzard to start with in this game against a very talented Duluth team. Across, and that one is broken up in a way that leads to another corner, which will be the 5th corner for Duluth. Blizzard are yet to get a corner kick. So Duluth sets up a cluster of players in the middle. They're all marked up. Ehlers stands roughly in the middle on the goal line, hopping up and down, trying to curl it. A lot of congestion, too much congestion. From Duluth's standpoint, they couldn't slip it through, though they maintain possession. Now Starling has the ball. Approaching 33 minutes into the first half. Domination by Duluth, but the Blizzard have gotten in the way of enough opportunities, and Ehlers has made some great stops. Here's another chance. That one will be tipped wide. I imagine that's a goal kick. Yeah, that'll be a Blizzard goal kick. Oyambajadi. Bamaje tipped that one out. And Ehlers lines it up. Once again, a Duluth player gets his head on it. This time, though, it goes out instead of creating a turnover. Back to Duluth, so the Blizzard get the throw in. More than 30 minutes, more than 32 minutes into the first half. Another throw in for Minnesota. Looking for some options. Trying to find Frost, I believe, and Duluth just pounced on the opportunity. So a transition opportunity here for Duluth FC. Kind of coming across the grain. His teammate couldn't see the ball looking back up into the sun. But Duluth maintains possession despite that kind of misnomer for them. You could see the player put his hand up to his eyes to shield out the sun. Batal slips a pass forward despite the efforts of Runestad. Luis Santos, and his pass is deflected by Cascone. But then his pass forward gets knocked back by Duluth, and once again, look who has possession. The guys in white and green. A little bit of a wrestling match developing there that did not lead to a call. Now a one-on-one. That is Hermanson. Hermanson makes a move. Hermanson tips it into the box, and not able, it's Hostler, and really couldn't get himself oriented. And the Blizzard will have their first corner of the match coming more than 35 minutes in. So a Blizzard corner. Blizzard put one or two players right in front. They've got the congregation of players kind of high in the penalty box. So they'll probably crash in from there. One player is standing right at the goalkeeper. And the others are out high in that penalty box, off to the right of your screen. Here is the center try, a header. Let's see, who was, and goal kick is what the ruling is. Some of the Blizzard players in there may have felt that it went off of a Duluth player based on their reaction. But Blizzard now have a corner kick. They've got a shot or two attempted in a 0-0 game as we've got less than 10 minutes to go in the first half. Coach interviews at the break. Both coaches. Duluth pass goes over everyone's head. Hermanson gets to the ball, tries to turn the corner. Try and shake off that lead man for Duluth. And then that pass deflected, and it's Duluth with the ball. This one gets into the box. Opportunity. What a stop. What a stop by Ehlers. Then the rebound chance for Duluth is kicked wide. But Ehlers is there for another fantastic stop. The board has him with 11 saves in the first half. And everyone drifts toward the middle. These have been tough for the Blizzard to hang on to, and once again, the Duluth player gets the heads on them. And Duluth works with it. Slipped forward, Luis Santos crosses, tipped, saved by Ehlers off of Oyabamaje's opportunity in the middle. So a different tactic this time by the Blizzard. The punts out to midfield, mid-pitch, have not worked. They've turned it over most times, it feels like. So now they'll try and nickel and dime their way forward, and JC just drops it right back to Ehlers, who has to play it with his feet. Oop, he falls down as he kicks it out to the midfield area, and sure enough, Duluth comes away with it. So the Blizzard, tough to move it forward from their goal line, and the kicks out to midfield have not netted them much in the way of possession time. Now here Cascone, he's just going to rumble on through. get the ball, shove away the competitor. That's nice. The goal scorer for this Duluth club. And ahead on the right side, a pass and a shot. Oh, tried to cross it. Trying to cross it. I think Hermanson was the man in the middle that he was looking for. This does result in a corner. It was Frost who was crossing the ball. Second corner now for the Blizzard. So Frost is the one who lines up the corner. Man right in front is Hermanson. He's standing at the goal mouth. Said they looked to put it out kind of toward the middle of the box. Duluth player lobs it forward, and Duluth will gain possession as we have about 6 minutes left. Don't know that we have much. There really hasn't been any injury time up to this point as to whether the official would add any time for any other delays that he felt were out there. We will wait and see, because when the clock says 45, play doesn't stop until the whistle blows. Here's a great opportunity, marked up well, lob forward, and it's in the goal. It's in the goal, and on the board is Duluth, and that will be Oyebamaje who puts it in, and Duluth scores in the 40th minute. Duluth 1-0. Oyebamaje, 40th minute, makes a score 1-0. And Ehlers had no chance on that one. It just rainbowed over him. Everything that's been blasted on him, he stopped. But that one rainbowed over his head. He couldn't do much about it. And Duluth has scored in the 40th minute here at Lakeville South High School. The sun has gone away, but I think that's more from cloud cover, and it does cool things down a degree or two. We started this game at 78 degrees, breezy and muggy. Having the sun shielded by the clouds might remove a little bit of the uncomfortable feel. I don't know if that means some rain is coming in. As we look eastward here, the activity behind us to the west would be anything that's pending for later this evening, and rain certainly in the forecast for tonight, even after the big storms that came through Minnesota earlier today and the heavy rain that fell even on this field earlier today. Another advantage of an artificial turf is we're able to play tonight, where if this was grass, maybe not so. Opportunity creates itself. Here's a shot, and it's just high. Well, just out of nowhere, those opportunities do pop up now and again. And the Blizzard get the good response in the way of creating an opportunity. And after having gone through quite a few minutes of this game without so much as an opportunity, that's definitely encouraging to see for the Blizzard faithful on hand. Hostler was the one who had that opportunity. Now a feed to the left wing side, a little bit of dribbling, and this one is going to roll in as well. So a shot from the left goes in, and Duluth back-to-back quick goals. That might be nice with his 7th goal of the season. This one comes in the 42nd minute, and it is now 2-0 Duluth FC, 2-0 over the Blizzard. Check the announcement here just to confirm that. But Ed Nice, NYS, 6 goals coming into this game on the season. That's 6 goals in 7 games for the team. Again, I don't have the stats to show me if he played in every game or not. But on the season, the team has played 7 games, and he had 6 goals. And I believe he's the one that scored. Yeah, Nice on the goal, just to confirm that. So after everything was 0-0, it is now 2-0 in favor of Duluth. Now the Blizzard responded nicely to the first goal, where they got that quick little breakaway. Not a free breakaway, but at least moved the ball quickly up the pitch. Runestad taps that back, comes back to Runestad. His pass is deflected, but that bounces over to his teammate Broughton. Couple of minutes to go here in the first half. And Coach Forrest Randall talks about the fact that his team has stayed eager, has stayed competitive, has played hard. And right now that'll test their their character a little bit to have 2 quick goals come against them after they had given up opportunity after opportunity, but between good defense and great keeping, it had been 0-0 for so long. Hostler tried to thread a pass through, lost it, and Duluth will start the transition up the pitch. Luis Santos catches this one while backpedaling, traps it and works it. Runestad gets him on one side. On the other side was Weffel. It results in a turnover. Hostler, he then gets double-teamed and lost the ball. Just over a minute remaining in the first half would be the indication on the clock, and we'll wait for the official's whistle after a minute and change here, I imagine. Ooh, nice little steal that time by Frost. Frost fires it forward for Hermanson. Hermanson tracks it down in the corner. Who's he got to cross it to? Hermanson feeds it out top. There's Hostler wide left on his shot. Ashton Hostler, who scored a goal in the game against Sioux Falls. That was on Memorial Day that the Blizzard opened up their home schedule of their inaugural season. Hostler was the goal scorer that day in a 1-1 draw with the Thunder. The Thunder and the Blizzard met on Memorial Day. Here we've got Duluth FC as the opposing team. 2 teams to meet again, not too far down the calendar up in Duluth. And Duluth will just take their time here. They might just be exhausting the clock. We show just a couple of seconds till we hit 45 minutes. So the clock shows 45. It'll continue to run until the official gives us an indication that the half is over. And Duluth will get a little burst here at the end. A shot! And Ehlers makes another Superman save. He's had a few of those. Now Luis Santos was working on his left-footed try. There's a bit of a collision. No whistle. So a good amount of contact by Runestad to create a loose ball, but not enough to get a foul called on him. That'll be Solaris who drops it over. And Duluth comes to the wing. Finds a man. Back to Orellana once again. We're in the 47th minute now. With the extra time anyway. There's a blast. Ehlers comes over. Ball loose. And what a tackle there. Runestad, I believe, knocked that ball away on the tackle. Sliding in to clear it because Ehlers was not in position any longer. Now from long range, that one comes wide. And a goal kick for the Blizzard. Referee looks at his watch, but is not putting the whistle to his mouth yet, so we'll continue on. The ball is set up for Ehlers, and I think he blew the whistle. Once a player catches the ball in his hand. All right, so we are at the half. At the half here at Lakeville South High School, 2-0. Duluth FC with the lead over the Minnesota Blizzard. And in that first half, couple of stats, and I'll cue up those interviews. Oyabamaje at the 40th minute, and Nice in the 42nd minute. Back-to-back goals, 2-0 Duluth over the Blizzard. Corner kicks, Duluth had 5 in the first half. Blizzard with 2. Not a lot of fouls in the first half. I had it 4-2. 4-2. Blizzard called on fouls. There were more whistles than that, but I don't know that I kept real good track of that. And we do hit halftime here with a 2-0 lead for Duluth. By the way, for Oyabamaji, That is his third goal of the season. So third goal of the season for him, and the seventh goal of the season for Nice. Centerpoint Dental, with 4 experienced dentists across 2 convenient locations in Lakeville and Burnsville, Centerpoint Dental is dedicated to provide professional quality care to patients of all ages. Call for an appointment today. Herberts and Gerberts, the Blizzard sandwich sponsor. Visit the Lakeville location for an awesome sub. And Clear Choice Consulting, supporting dental offices to reach new heights for over 5 years. Let's bring in the head coach for the Minnesota Blizzard with some of his thoughts on where the season is at right now, Coach Forrest Randall. Well, Coach, about the halfway point of the season here, how would you kind of assess where you guys are at?
Yeah, we're a little bit behind where we thought we would be, or hoped we would be, I should say. Still a lot of potential with the group. It's just a matter of learning each other, learning where people fit in and how we complement each other on the pitch. The boys are still very eager, which is great with the kind of results that we're experiencing. Some close games, some not. It's you never know what you're going to get, but they're very motivated, very determined, which is refreshing for me as a coach. And it's a lot easier to work with athletes that move that way or operate that way, I should say.
What are some of the biggest improvements or ways you're different on the pitch compared to game one?
I would just say that we're slowly getting more and more organized. I know some of the results don't necessarily show it. I think we've had some bad luck with certain parts of the game, specifically on set pieces. But set pieces we feel like we have a lot of control over, more so than open play, which is good. So if we can just shore those bits up, I think that we really have a better reflection of what we truly are putting together.
So you can look at what you've done and see good pieces, even though the end result, final score isn't what you want. There's still good nuggets and good parts of games to build on.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our last game, for example, great example. We let in 4 goals, 3 of the 5 off of set pieces.
Okay.
A lot of the opportunities we do allow are from wide areas, so it's just really. For us, it's 2 specific areas, and that's a good thing. It's not all over the pitch. Certainly, we want to score more, but we are creating more opportunities than when we started. But having specific areas to focus on for us as coaches is really good, and a lot easier for us to see how we move forward.
When it comes to those set pieces, either when you have it or when the opposing team has the ball, what is a key or 2 you want from your guys on those set pieces?
Really, it's just the mentality. It's taking your individual defensive responsibilities personally, and understanding that everybody has a specific part in it. It's not just 2 or 3 people in the air or 2 or 3 people that are the main focus in that moment. It's everybody's committing to the moment, and we buy in until it's completely done and we're in possession again.
How is the team coming together as a group, knowing they're from more than just the Twin Cities area when it comes to the training and the time together? Are they developing a cohesion, a family feel?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of personalities on the team that are really good at making light of things and motivating and inspiring others, and that's really kind of kept the glue together. And I know they hang out here and there. Some of them have the same jobs as each other, so they see each other every day. For the most part. So yeah, it's a really cohesive group actually.
And then final question would be Duluth. They're the defending champs from last season. They've scored a lot of goals. What does it take to keep these guys in check and pull off a nice win at home?
Yeah, they have one guy in particular that scored 6 goals for them. He's going to be our focal point for sure. Outside of that, I mean, they play a pretty they're good players individually, but system-wise, they're just a 4-3-3, and they play it very true to how you play that system. So for us, it's just a matter of sticking to our guns in regards to the game plan. I think just making them frustrated and disrupting the way that Duluth wants to play. And then we have the ability to go at teams. We just have to make sure that when we lose the ball, we're all together trying to win it back. I feel like that's been another focus for us, is just collectively when we lose the ball, it's not just 1 or 2 players. It's how do we compact our lines, create a bigger problem for them. So hopefully we're winning the ball higher up the pitch.
All right. Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have Coach Forrest Randall, the obviously first-year head coach for the first-year program. Randall has been leading the Lakeville Soccer Club the past 6 years as director of coaching and more recently executive director. Has spent the last 11 years as an assistant coach in the MIAC with McAllister College for 5 years, St. Catherine for 6, and says, I'm extremely excited to take on the challenge and lead the Blizzard in their inaugural season. I see a tremendous opportunity to bring a level of soccer the South Metro has been missing. Thanks to sponsors, including the Unparalleled Group, the official security company for Minnesota Blizzard FC, and Canada Bloom. Canada Bloom Wealth and Solutions is committed to helping you succeed. The ways they can help you are based on experience, not quick wins or fads. Give them a call to discuss how they can help you. And Subway by McStop, official post-game fuel for the Blizzard. Get a sub at the Blizzard game concession stand. Eat fresh. 2-0 in favor of Duluth FC. Their head coach is Seth Morgan. Well, Coach, looks like it's been a pretty successful season for you guys. I know there's a couple of losses in there. How would you assess how it's gone?
Yeah, I think we started the season, we were all getting to kind of know each other, but we got into the flow of things. That's what happens with these summer teams, and I'm happy with the way the team has progressed, and I think we're in a good run of form at the moment, so hopefully we can kick on.
It seems like last year was very good. Is there a lot of carryover, a lot of veterans for your club?
Yeah, we had a lot of returners. It's a very, very good group, so I was delighted to bring a lot of the boys back in, and they're motivated to do well this year, so we won a trophy.
Okay, you won a trophy. How do the playoffs work here? What is a little story for people that are just kind of getting into it with the new team here?
Yeah.
What does a postseason look like?
So the top 4 teams go into tournament base, so it goes to semi-final and then goes to a final, and then whoever wins goes through.
Goes on to the national one?
The regions, yeah.
Onto the regions, and okay, there's a lot of teams all across the country. What are the benefits of this league? Why do kids play in this league?
I think a lot of people are playing at a high level of college, so that is a very quick season, and the summer season sets them up well for this. And I like bringing quality players that I can coach as well.
Easy to talk someone into coming up and playing in Duluth?
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful place, and there's a very good soccer community there. Everyone gets involved, and every player that's been with Duluth, I think, loves it up here.
What's a key or two to your game tonight?
Work hard and hopefully take our chances.
And I know that Ed Nice is a knack for putting the ball in the goal. What does he do, and what is it that somebody has that has that knack? How does someone kind of develop that shot?
I think it's just French. To be honest, he's just French. He has that bit about him. He's a small guy, but he scores goals, and hopefully he keeps doing that for us.
I appreciate your time, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, there you have Coach Sean Morgan, head coach for Duluth FC. His assistant is Corey Bellhammer. Christian Brothers, great automotive services. Check them out at their Lakeville location or their 3 other locations in the Metro. 2-0, Duluth leading over the Blizzard. Some recent action saw Siouxland score that win over the Blizzard this past Saturday, 5-0. And Duluth buried the Twin Stars 7-1 after losing to the Twin Stars not too long before that, 3-1. And the Dakota Fusion remained, are they unbeaten on the season? They are. They remained unbeaten on Saturday with a 2-0 win over Sioux Falls. Backpedaling to June 1st, Duluth beat Sioux Falls 4-1. The Twin Stars beat Siouxland 4-2. And the Dakota Fusion had a 4-0 win over Joy St. Louis Park. The North Division standings, Dakota Fusion leads the way, 5 wins, 1 draw for 16 points. Duluth, 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses for 13 points. Twin Stars, 3 wins, no draws, and 2 losses. That's good for 9 points in 3rd place. Siouxland, 2 wins and 3 losses for 6 points. Joy St. Louis Park, 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses. So they've only played 4 games for 4 points heading into today. Sioux Falls, no wins with 2 draws and 2 losses. One of the draws came against the Minnesota Blizzard, 1-1 on Memorial Day, 2 points for Sioux Falls. And for the Blizzard with 1 draw and 4 losses, 1 point. They are in, 7th place in the 7-team North Division. Only 1 point out of 6th place, the top 4 teams, as Coach Morgan mentioned, the top 4 teams advance on to the semifinals of the North Division playoffs. The other games going on today are Dakota at Sioux Falls. So the top team in the league is playing at the 6th place team, Sioux Falls. Siouxland at Joy St. Louis Park. On June 14th, so that's Friday, isn't it? Siouxland is at Sioux Falls. June 15th, this Saturday, Sioux Falls is at the Twin Stars and Dakota Fusion at Joy St. Louis Park. And then fast forward to next week on Tuesday, Twin Stars are at Joy St. Louis Park. And Wednesday is when both of these clubs are back in action. On Wednesday the 19th, the Blizzard will host Siouxland at Lakeville North High School, and Duluth will be up at Duluth Public Schools Stadium hosting Sioux Falls. So that is a trek from Sioux Falls to Duluth. Other members of the staff here for the Minnesota Blizzard: Forrest Randall is the coach, assistant Jason Obarski, captain Josh Anderson. Chad Hendricks is the owner and manager, does a lot of work on game night and on non-game night for the team. Marketing, Tasha Clifford. Athletic trainer is Taylor Kolich. Social media handled by Scott Ludwig. Business manager Kurt McCalla. And the PA announcer, a veteran voice here in Lakeville, is Jim Carlson. Bryce is over there working stats in the booth with Jim. Adam is on the camera, and this is Roy on Game Time Media bringing you this game, this National Premier Soccer League game between the Blizzard and Duluth FC. Just a couple of minutes until we start the second half. How about a sponsor mention? Holiday Inn in Lakeville, the official hotel of the Minnesota Blizzard FC. And Toka Soccer. Check out their upgraded facility in Burnsville. They are the official indoor training site of the Minnesota Blizzard FC. I wonder how much indoor versus outdoor training they do. And what a schedule week looks like for these guys. Try and find that out next week and get a little insight into maybe what the life is like for a soccer player. Some of these guys are from the Twin Cities, even South Metro, as far as hometowns, and other players have come from other parts of the country, and even some folks from other parts of the world. I know that JT Broughton is from England. On the other hand, Weffel hails out of Northfield. So there's a variety of locations. Cascone comes out of Italy. And not a real long season. They had tryouts in March, but the season began May 11th. The Blizzard had several road games before opening up their home season and home existence at Lakeville North High School on Memorial Day. So from May 11th until July 6th, the entire season is less than 2 months, 12 games in less than a 2-month span. And for the teams that advance to the semifinals, with the desire to advance on to regions, of course, that can get a little longer. Duluth FC won the 2023 North Division race and then beat the Twin Stars in the first round of the playoffs. Med City upset Dakota Fusion in the first round of the playoffs. And then Med City pulled off another upset, beating Duluth in the championship round. You can see Duluth is ready to go. And the Blizzard have huddled together just off the left of your screen. The officials have also made their way onto the pitch, or slowly wandering across to the far side to get set. There's still a few seconds left on the countdown clock to get to the second half. 2-0 Duluth. Oyabamaje at the 40th minute and Nice in the 42nd minute. So very late in the first half, Duluth grabs control of this game. Lights are not on yet here at Lakeville South High School. With the second half about to begin here momentarily, we would be pushing just shy of 9 p.m. for the ending of the game. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if lights would need to be on by then or not. I kind of think so, but we'll see. And I know they're hoping to get, why does that still say 1 on there? Tried to make this scoreboard work properly, but it's being a little funny on me. Close that out. Now they put 45, which is right, because we want to count up from 45. The way the clock should work is to count up to 90 for the complete game. Getting all the officials in place before the second half begins. And the Blizzard will have the ball. Blizzard will be attacking left to right. The Blizzard are in the light blue. Duluth is in the green and white striped jerseys. Green shorts. Make sure all the numbers look right. The whistle blows, and here we go. Half number 2 with a 2-0 lead for Duluth. Possession time for the Blizzard. Not real strong in the first half. Hermanson handles it in traffic, then loses it. Nice is right there for the ball. Hermanson intercepts it back and then runs right into a Duluth player. That one went out. So it will be a throw-in. That's Morales in the match. He was not the throw-in, but Morales is in the match. The throw-in was handled by Atkins, and Wolf kicks the ball over as the Blizzard will try to get things organized here. Organized was a word used by Coach Randall in the interview, and being organized to get some attack. He said that he has liked that they have gotten more scoring chances as the season has gone along. Not a lot of scoring chances today, and it took a long time in that first half before they had any. And a Duluth pass, errantly, knocked the other way by Wolf. He's got some good size there on the back end. Reed Wolf, defenseman for the Blizzard. A couple of Minnesota players collide. Atkins tosses back to a teammate, then that pass slips on through and is stolen. Nice. Works up the left wing, and just jarring him free was Wolf. The indication is that the ball belongs to the Blizzard. Some traffic created there. Hermanson lost the ball. Solaris pushes it over. And now this comes back to Edmondson. Starling. We're counting up, right? No, that clock is going down. Okay. So the clock is going down. Instead of going up to 90, we're going to go down to 0, apparently. So as you're watching that clock, that's the story there. I know the hope was to do the opposite, but I don't know if the clocks always work that way. Here's a shot, and right there is Ehlers. So that one came from a little ways out where Ehlers had a little bit of time to kind of line it up, gauge it, and then make the solid stop. And that was nice on the shot. Morales. And Weffel is the one who came out in Morales' place. That announcement just made here at the stadium field. Trying to cross it. That one goes out off of Wolf, and this will be a corner. So Duluth had 5 corners in the first half. The Blizzard had 2. And a very quick start on this one. Back to Nice. Crosses that. A drive. Hits traffic. And it was Wolf who got in the way. Now here's a shot that goes off the inside of the leg of Ehlers. So another good stop for him and another corner for Duluth. Now the 7th corner of the game. So they've gone short a couple times. Looks like they're setting up for that again. Very short. Back to Nice. Lines it up. Wolf fakes. Then gets muscled around a bit. Wolf, one of those that's in on that. And they force Duluth to regroup in the middle third. Second half just underway. 45-minute halves in the National Premier Soccer League, plus any injury time, delay time, what have you. There were no injuries in the first half, but we worked 2 extra minutes of play time. Doyle gets that forward. Wolf gets all over Oyabamaje. And now a player for the Blizzard is down, Wolf, after some contact. I think he got something to the nose, gets a pat on the back by Oyabamaje. But Reed Wolf is going to walk to, or now hustle over to the sideline. Now they might just try and bandage him up and get him back out there, as opposed to sending in a substitution for him. As a trainer makes her way over. My list shows the trainer as Taylor Kulich. That's at least the list on the Minnesota Blizzard website of the various personnel for the team. Cascone receives the ball from Ehlers. Oh, nicely got that pass through to Morales. Morales back to Cascone. Lobs it forward, where it is battered the other way off the head of Orellana. Now Duluth comes on the attack with 40 minutes to go. Early second half. A shot. That one rolls all the way through. And this would seemingly belong to and will belong to the Blizzard, who are playing a man down right now, as Wolf is still getting his, I imagine, a bloody nose. He's standing with his back to us. So the Blizzard are playing one man down. Then get a little run going, a drive. Ehlers stops it, and then it slips through, and then he spins over and grabs it before it crosses the goal line. Scoreboard showing 16 saves for Ehlers. That is just a enormous number. So the long-range punt lost to Orellano. And Duluth continues to work their time of possession advantage, a game they lead 2-0. Goals very late in the first half by Oyabamaje and Nice. Starling rolls it over. Frost chases after it. That's what the Blizzard have been forced to do to try and get some possession. Wolf still being worked on the sideline. Hermanson got a foot on the ball, but not enough to get possession. And then a whistle and a foul against Duluth. Sioux Falls comes to Duluth next Wednesday. Siouxland comes here to Lakeville to play at North High School next Wednesday as well. Each of the teams are off this weekend. Atkins, then a pass, then Hermanson. Hermanson tracks it down once again. Duluth is forcing Minnesota to make quick decisions with the ball and creating some mismatches, and now there's a collision created that has a player down for the Blizzard. Quickly back to his feet. That was Runestad. Wolf jogs back onto the pitch as well, unless they brought in a replacement. Let's see who we have here. Nope, Wolf is back on after getting maybe his, I can't see his face. He's still got his back to me. So I don't know if he's got some gauze up his nose to keep it from bleeding or what have you. So the whistle was a foul against Duluth. Driven low, top of the box, muscling Frost off the ball. Solaris, and Duluth has possession. Driven forward, Cascone, but that one will be deflected out. And a throw-in coming here for Duluth from the far side touchline, right between the benches. Lights are on here at Lakeville South High School. As we make the transition to dusk, the sun has come out again, as you can see the shadows splashing across the field. We lost those shadows at halftime as clouds had taken over. Now for the sake of the fans on hand, hopefully the rain holds off till later, especially with the sun having emerged back. I would think we're good for a bit. Duluth, drop pass, and then they'll just regroup with Starling out at the midfield mark. He'll come ahead to Doyle. Now there's a jump ball, a header opportunity. Edmondson against Atkins was the situation there. Ultimately, Duluth has the better of it. Edge of the box, coming for the near side post. That misses. Goal kick here for Minnesota Blizzard. The official sports drink and kit sponsor of the Minnesota Blizzard FC is X Hydration. Check out their Arctic Blast flavor, sold at home games and Hy-Vee very soon. X Hydration. 10 minutes through the second half. 2-0 Duluth on those 2 goals very late in the first half. Hermanson works through some traffic, gets control of the ball. Offside. Offside. One of the rare opportunities for the Blizzard in a chance where they might have had a bit of a breakaway, but a slight bit offside on the pass and turns the ball over to Duluth. Starling. And then ahead on the far wing. That one was lost control. That'll turn over to the Blizzard. Runestad will trigger the throw-in. And Duluth right away forcing the issue. Back to Runestad. He takes it himself up the far side. Trying to find Hermanson. Hermanson kind of hemmed in along that sideline. He finds a streaking player as well. Put it back to the middle. Right there. Oh, and an opportunity here. No, can't get himself situated for a shot. Although the Blizzard will maintain the ball. Get this one over to Atkins. Blizzard will work on possession now after any sort of fast break went away, and then that shot is going to lead to a goal kick for Duluth. Looked like the Blizzard were developing a nice little opportunity. Got a little hairy in there. Hostler was there and Hermanson was there, but all in all, they remain shut out more than 10 minutes into the second half. And Duluth tries to spring a man while running. Casconi got his right foot on the ball to break things up and keep Oyembanjadije from getting an opportunity. Up to Hermanson. Hermanson that gets muscled over by 2 Duluth players. And Duluth comes out of there with it. To Nice. To the outside. With the ball there's Edmondson. Solars. Then a pass. Didn't look like it was a clean pass. Bobai moves it forward. Then a shot is blocked, and kicking it up above his waist and somehow getting his foot up on it. The Duluth player sends that wide and high, actually. And it'll be a goal kick for Minnesota. 33 minutes left in the second half. Duluth player, first one to get his head on it. Although this time, well, Duluth again comes away with the ball. There's a whistle. We've got a yellow card. Yellow card being issued, it would appear, to Morales based on his reaction. So a yellow on Morales. Coming with about 32 minutes to go. So what is that, the 58th minute, something like that? So a yellow, first one of the match. Duluth, middle third, Edmondson with the ball. Left-footed kick, knocked the other way. Hermanson traps it, corrals it. Morales getting to the loose ball was JC. Ahead to Hermanson, but that's broken up and now belongs to Duluth once again. Frost tried to force the issue, but Duluth found an open man a little further back to start a surge ahead. Nice cross, and then a good defensive move. A blast is offline. So a goal kick for the Blizzard after this. Ehlers had an extremely busy first half. Made about 13 saves in the first half. He's got a good 3 or 4 more here in the second half. Both goals for Duluth came late in the first half. Down to about 30 minutes remaining. Substitution coming in for Duluth. Luis Santos checks out. And new into the match is Charlie Wood. Blizzard work with it, back to Wolf. Atkins. Left wing side. And this will be a throw-in for the Blizzard. Liam Pritchard has also come into the game for Duluth. He's number 22. Blizzard will use their keeper in this scenario, and Ehlers has to play the ball with his feet. Right away, Duluth is forcing the issue. Right on top of each Blizzard player when the ball comes to them. Wolf fires that forward. That'll roll over toward the Duluth bench. Duluth player got to it actually before it went out, so play will just carry on. Threaded that pass through nicely. These passes by Duluth, pretty impressive. That's Pritchard, by the way, racing forward. And Grunstad breaks that up and puts the brakes on him. Throw in for Duluth. Duluth 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. 1 draw and 4 losses for the Blizzard coming into this, their second home game in their inaugural season. Throw into Pritchard. Back and forth it goes with possession exchanges. A steal, a tackle, but then turned back over to Duluth. Chipped forward, and Cascode gets in the way of that. Duluth player steps forward for a steal. Giving go back from Nice. Some contact in the box, and getting to that bouncing ball, Ehlers, to bring a stop to the activity in that penalty box area. The other neat thing about the Minnesota Blizzard is this winter, the return of professional indoor soccer in the Twin Cities. That'll be happening with games being held at the Warner Coliseum on the state fairgrounds. That'll be indoor soccer. A crossing effort. It is broken up by Wolf. It'll result in a corner kick for Duluth. That's a whole different brand of sports. Major Arena Soccer League 2 approving the Minnesota Blizzard as the league's newest team to play in the Warner Coliseum, a 5,000-seat facility on the Minnesota State Fairgrounds, owned as well by Chad Hendricks, and that team will begin play this coming, the season of indoor soccer, kind of a winter season. And all the way through on that corner, so that was either the 8th or 9th corner. Scoreboard says 9, so 9 corners for Duluth in this game, 2 for the Blizzard. 27 minutes to go, 2-0. Duluth. Took a while in the first half before the Blizzard generated some offensive chances, and it's been similar here, although they had one opportunity, and then another one that was offside. Now it's just a foot race to the ball, but that'll roll out and roll right past the ball kid over there. Chef Neil's Healthy Meals. Great health food options with delivery. Check them out on their website and use promo code SOCCER10 for a 10% discount on all orders. Chef Neil's, Neals, Chef Neil's Healthy Meals. Pritchard trying to slip that through to Edmondson. Contact, player goes down in the penalty box, but I think the only ruling here is goal kick for the Blizzard. And a new player about to come in for Duluth, and a Blizzard player, Morales, is seated on the field. And he's not getting up there, calling in someone from the sideline. The trainer will come across the pitch, but there is a new player getting set to come in for Duluth as well. Yeah, I saw the interview that they had on the soccer website, the Major Arena Soccer League 2. Chad Hendricks says that pro indoor soccer is something for him that goes back. He said, I go back to as a kid in the 80s, we had the Minnesota Strikers. And he says that he and his dad used to go to the games and, like so many others, fell in love with the action, the high scoring of indoor soccer. So that will be a resumption here in the Twin Cities after more than 3 decades of absence. Professional indoor soccer returning this upcoming winter. Those games will be at the 5,000-seat Warner Coliseum at the State Fairgrounds. So that'll be another fun option for Twin Cities sports fans. And for those who like seeing scoring, the scoring of indoor soccer a little different than the pace you get at the outdoor game. The clock does continue to run even during the injury. Morales is up to his feet. Looks like Coach Randall was out as well. And a substitute will be coming in, and then this injury time will be added. And while she is out there, the trainer, I think, is working on Mr. Wolf again, I assume. And I don't know if it was his nose or his eye, now that I see where she's working. Looks like on the left side of his face, up around his eye. He had missed a little bit of time after a collision. So Morales slowly making his way off the pitch with Coach Randall. So Limmer has come in for Duluth. Oyabamaji has checked out of the match. And while Morales goes out, a new player comes aboard for the Minnesota Blizzard. And entering the match for the Blizzard is Amanga. Makota Amanga. A-M-O-N-G-A. And we're about set to resume. We resume with a goal kick. That's where we were at when the injury happened or the player went down. Had to be tended to. And Duluth with the ball. Trying to trap it, control it. A little wall set up there as the Blizzard block a scoring try from the right edge of the penalty box. But Duluth regains possession. Edmondson and Starling. They find the open players. Amanga trying to get on him, but he got the ball away first. A couple of quick passes. Here's an open player on the left side, Edmondson. Threads a pass through. He got it through to Wood. There's a shot. Oh, that go off the post? My goodness. So a close opportunity again. And then as it comes back off, ricochets around a little bit. Ehlers covers up on it. And let's see about this battle for the ball. After the long punt. Looked like maybe the Blizzard would come away with it, but once again, Duluth has the right people in the right spot. They'll bring their keeper into the mix. That comes forward to Starling and Wood. Down to about 22 minutes remaining in the contest. The clock running down 0 is what we're aiming for this time after counting up to 45 for the first half. A throw in on the far touchline for Duluth. Hermanson gets in the way of it, but Duluth will still maintain. Tight quarters. Nice job that time by Amanga. Helps create the turnover. Then he races forward on the left side. Hostler rolls the ball forward for Hermanson. Hermanson trying to find Amanga, trying to split the defense. But the defender had the angle on him and makes a nice play to kick that forward. One of the captains, I believe. He's got the armband on his left arm that I assume indicates a captain. For Duluth, Starling is the one who made that nice play a moment ago. Closing in on 20 minutes remaining. Blizzard still looking for their first victory. They've had a couple of shots on goal and shots in this game, a couple of neat scoring chances. Pales in comparison to the number that Duluth has had, but at 2-0, the good goalkeeping of Ehlers and some good defensive plays, but now an opportunity, a kick, and that's going to go in. And that is a goal for Duluth. They go up 3-0, and that is nice. Picking up another tally on the game. Ed Nice on the goal. And it came about 25 minutes in, so we'll call this the 60th minute to make the score 3-0. And Nice has his 7th and 8th goals of the season. He was contained. He was kept contained real well early on. It didn't feel like he was, if he had the ball a bit, he wasn't getting, he himself, a number of scoring chances. So the Blizzard had been marking him up pretty well, but he scored late in the first half and now has picked up his second goal midway through the second half. And a big 3-0 lead, 3-0, Duluth leading over the Blizzard. Amanga lost that. And a pass deflected, but still gets through. Now it's behind his teammate, and Hermanson will be there for the steal for the Blizzard. Over to Broughton. Little triangle of possession. Then Frost. Amanga calling for a pass, but his teammate lost the ball, Runestad. And Duluth in a quick transition. Drop pass, man open. Brings it over here to Edmondson, I believe that is. Tap back to Edmondson. In the box, crosses, a stop. Kicking out there, sliding out, getting a foot on it appeared to be Ehlers. Duluth again finding the open players. That's a long-range shot, headed wide, and he will let it come over the end line before grabbing the ball for a goal kick for the Blizzard. Down under 18 minutes remaining. Imagine Theaters. Have fun at the movies this summer at one of the 9 Metro Imagine locations. Always fun to go to a movie over the summer. A little popcorn, a little air conditioning. Thank you, Imagine Theaters. Edmondson, then a little heel roll kick. Oh, behind the back. That was a nifty effort. Ball came in on Ehlers. Simply enough, but good hand-eye, foot-eye coordination, if you will, for Limmer. Limmer's got a couple of goals on the season. Duluth having scored 18 goals on the season coming into this one. There's a lot of players that have contributed to that, even though Ed Nice leads the way with 6 coming into today, and now his 7th and 8th goals of the season. But Starling, Solaris, Luis Santos, Doyle, they all have at least one goal. Limmer has 2. Edmondson has a goal. Pritchard, Wood, Oyabamaji has 2. There's a blast that Ehlers catches on the fly. So the 18 goals are spread around pretty well, even though Nice is definitely the player to watch. And as his coach indicated, Coach Morgan is he's French. That's why he's scoring so many goals. It's in his blood, apparently. Duluth comes up with the ball again. There's Nice, in fact. There he is, number 10. Looking on that backdoor side. He got that pass through nicely. Then a cross is behind a man. Edmondson! That went off the field goal post, not the crossbar. Thus, it's out of play for a goal kick. So in a matter of moments, with Nice as the passer, Duluth generated a pretty good scoring chance. I want to say thanks to the ball kids that have been here today. Braden Wood, Henry Weiland, Austin Reinhardt, Miles Obarski, Zach Maskell, Liam Hooligan, Rush Fury, Archer Dunn, and Thomas Carlson. Ball kids scattered around the track here at Lakeville South High School. Good to see the young kids having that interest in soccer. And, of course, as they're on the sideline, they're dribbling the ball either with their hands or their feet, staying active and running around and getting a good view of the action. A lot of pressure being put on Runestad, and it is whistle and a foul against Duluth. Ardiega and Bellamy are in for Duluth. Nice is one of the players who has checked out for Duluth FC. Under 15 minutes remaining in the game, a 3-0 Duluth advantage. Nice has 2 of the goals. Oyabamaji has the other. And each of them are both on the bench. But as I just said, they've got a lot of other players that can score as well. Reed Wolf tries to deke, taps the ball over to Atkins instead. Atkins swings it over for the left flank. Return pass. Ball comes into the 18 box. And the keeper, Foltz, goes out after it. Gets bumped by a member of the... it's a corner kick coming out of this. I'm not sure how that happened. But the Blizzard will take a corner. Runestad ran over there initially. Now Frost is going over to trigger the corner. Hostler stands in the middle. Also in deep there is Hermanson. As Frost is going to take the corner. A game the Blizzard trail 3-0. I think there's a substitution for Duluth that'll postpone things for a moment. That appears to be Orellana checking out. New player coming in as well for the Blizzard. And we await Frost kicking the corner kick. Hamed is the one who's new on. A header right there. Goes the other way back toward the corner. So Hamed, Anwar Hamed, number 10, who has one of the goals this year for the Blizzard. He's come onto the pitch. We're down under 13 minutes remaining, at least in regulation time, plus any injury time that'll be tacked on. Under 13 minutes remaining, a 3-goal deficit for the Blizzard. McDonald is a new player in for Duluth. Edmondson has it at his feet and plays a little catch with his teammate. That's Doyle. Doyle back to Starling, and Duluth will try the other side. Two goals late in the first and one midway through the second. Good job by Atkins. It'll be a throw in for Duluth, but way up in the middle third instead of anything that was deeper than that. A slight delay. We have a change or two for the Blizzard. Runestad goes out. And New into the game. As soon as he turns and we see his jersey number, we'll let you know who it is. Numbers only on the backs of the jerseys for both of these teams. Edmondson with the ball. That was Wood. Pushed it to the right. Wood has it again. Knocked away from him by Hermanson. Tiakolov was the new player in. That's Christopher Tiakolov. He comes out of Kentucky. The most recent addition to the lineup here in today's game for the Blizzard. 4 more home games after today, including one next week with Siouxland, and another Blizzard substitution. New onto the pitch is Kevin Stark-Hawes. Stark-Hawes, H-A-W-S. Good job getting in the way of that pass. And Frost is the one who went out. Atkins rolls that to Stark-Hawes. He chips it forward. Duluth player gets in the way, and there's a turnover back in the final third of the pitch. Now long pass ahead that Pritchard has at his feet. Liam Pritchard, he has a goal on the season and goes with the outside of his right foot. That was a nifty effort. And now Broughton with the ball for the Blizzard. He's looking for Amunga. They had a guy in an offside position, couldn't pass there. That was Hamed, who was up the field a bit, but he was past the final defender, so couldn't pass to him. Nonetheless, there's a foul whistled against Duluth, so it is a free kick for the Blizzard under 10 minutes. In fact, we're down to about 9 minutes remaining on the clock time, plus a little bit of injury time that will likely be added. Oop, running right into a Duluth player and turning the ball over. Hermanson. I'm hearing some kids do a little cheer, "Let's go Blizzard." That's fun to hear. Support to the end for the home team, down 3-0. Edmondson will corral this. Trap it down. Drop it back for Pritchard. A blast. Boy, that one had some steam on it. It's wide to the far side, though, and it'll be a goal kick for the Blizzard. Down to about 8 minutes remaining. So the Blizzard will have to spend some time training and see if they can reverse things against Siouxland, who comes in here next week. Siouxland, they scored a lot of their goals late, I believe. I'm going to have to look at the notes between now and next Wednesday, but Siouxland comes in here to Lakeville North High School next Wednesday night. That's the next game for the Blizzard. The corner, redirection, that's blocked away. And headed forward. The Blizzard will have it organized enough to move it out of harm's way. Hermanson got that ahead to Hamed. And overshot any teammate right to the feet of the keeper, Foltz. Foltz on the board is not credited with a save, although the Blizzard have had a few shots. Here's Stark-Hawes. Stark-Hawes gets by a man. He kicks, and there you go. There's a save, I suppose, for Ezekiel Foltz as Stark-Hawes puts it on the edge of the net, and the Blizzard will have a corner kick. This should be their 4th corner of the evening. We are down under 7 minutes remaining. Anwar Hamed will do the corner. Walking out in front of the goal is Hermanson. Hamed. We have another new player on the pitch, by the way, for the Blizzard. So a lot of players getting into the match here tonight. Chip to the middle, and it's caught right in the middle of all that congestion by Foltz. And what a nice play there. They run an alley-oop or what have you way down the pitch. Left-footed kick right in front, and Ehlers is able to cover up on that. Some good defense getting in the way of the player who was in there for the Blizzard. The player who was in there for Duluth that the Blizzard got in his grill. Well enough to break it up, and then Ehlers covers up on the ball with under 6 minutes on the clock remaining. Pritchard heads that over to Edmondson. And Duluth, this is their routine. Get the defense to set it up, find the long passes. They've done a nice job of finding an open man and keeping the Blizzard running around a little. Edmondson. Broken up by Wolf, but right to a Duluth player. And all the way back tracking on it is McDonald. He slips that through. And here comes Duluth on a surge. To the right wing. Drop back to, I think that's Solaris still in there. Another time where a Blizzard player blocks a shot, alters the path of a shot. Good job over there on that. And then the Blizzard look to come up the field with it. Matos. Then his pass intercepted, and Starling with the ball under 5 minutes to play, plus injury time. Duluth player slips past the defender, but he was in good position at the time of the pass. Corner of the 18 box. And Duluth will work on their pass connections. Certainly a team that does a great job in ball possession, in connecting passes. Blizzard, meanwhile, have a line of about 6 guys as the final work of defense. And then the others trying to come up with some pass interceptions, but Duluth makes it tough. Pritchard is kind of confronted and lost the ball. And this should be Blizzard ball. It went out off of Doyle, it appeared. Under 4 minutes. Blizzard doing what they can to try and avoid a third shutout on the season, but running out of time, and their chances have been limited against a very good Duluth team. A Duluth team that has 2 shutouts on the season themselves. They have shut out their opponent twice. They've also held the opponent to 1 goal on 3 separate occasions. So Duluth doesn't give up a whole lot of goals. Only 9 on the entire season have they given up, while scoring 18. Here they lead 3-0 with under 3 minutes on the clock. Edmondson centering it. And right back out, Pritchard. 1-on-1. Pritchard fights through that. Then Hamed kicks it away, but it ends up going right to another Duluth player. Cascone knocked away that shot, looking like he was trying to set it up for a shot. Cascone knocked it away. Then from the right side, there's a head, and off the head, it goes right in on Ehlers, and he knocks it down and saves it. Schmitty & Sons, the official away game transportation for the Minnesota Blizzard FC. And remember, Chick-fil-A Apple Valley. Get the app, order on the app, support Minnesota Blizzard FC at Chick-fil-A of Apple Valley. Under 2 minutes to go. Again, injury time on top of that. Edmondson rolls that back to Starling. Those guys have played the whole game. Pass didn't quite connect, and this should be a goal kick. Both teams have put in a number of players. Each of these rosters changes a bit, the players that are listed on the roster game to game. So a lot of guys getting the opportunity to play here in this National Premier Soccer League, Blizzard's inaugural season of it. Into the box, right there, and rolls in on Ehlers, and he makes the solid two-handed fall on the ball stop. As that was rolled in on him. Under a minute. Starling heads it the other way, but then the ball is trapped down by Hermanson, and it's back in Blizzard possession. I think that's Hamed over there. Ball comes back. Hamed will kick it back to one of his defensemen. And they get a return pass. Stark Hawes leaves that ball for Matos. And now Hamed. Clock shows 0. So the horn sounded, but that's not the end of the match. Here's a chance. And reaching for it as he was flying through the air, Fultz. It was wide anyway. And this will be a corner for the Blizzard. So this is their 5th corner of the game. Clock is at 0. Hamed will take the shot, but we wait for the official to mark the official ending of the game. Hamed lobs this to the middle, kind of bounce past a head try or two. Matos can't really control it. Now Stark Hawes kicked that one into traffic, and Duluth is happy to relieve the pressure and just clear it out. It's a throw in for Minnesota Blizzard, who are in hustle mode. Not sure exactly how much time is left. I don't know if the official tells them on the field or not. Tiakolov crosses that one. A bicycle kick attempt by Almanga into the corner. And the players have stopped. Is that the game, or is it a corner? Is it a goal kick? I think it's a goal kick. The game's not quite over. Although there's not a lot of time left. And with a 3-0 advantage, Duluth knows they're riding home with a victory. As Minnesota Blizzard FC will be shut out, barring something dramatic in these closing moments, for a second straight time. In three of their first 4 games, the Blizzard had a goal each game, but they've been shut out 2 of the last 3. And if this score stays, it'll be 3 out of the last 4 games. Although they had a handful of scoring chances today. And Coach Randall says they've developed some scoring chances. And likes how they are developing chances and likes the potential. This is a really good Duluth team that they're playing here today, a veteran team that has its eyes set on the national tournament and a realistic expectation of advancing that far. Edmondson drops that one back. Swung over to the right. Top of the penalty box. Left-footed kick. Ehlers, another great stop. That might be it. There's the whistles. There's the match. And we have full time of a 3-0 Duluth win. Nice job, Adam. Great to see you here again. Adam on the camera here on Game Time Media. And let's get this marked as final. Final score is 3-0. If there's a light switch over there, you can turn that on. There's one on the other wall, if you don't mind. Just to read my notes as we wrap up on things. Yep, you too. Thanks, Adam. Oyabama J with the first goal. Nice with the second goal and the third goal. 3-0 ends up the final. Duluth FC improves to 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. The Blizzard dropped to no wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses with the setback here today. Scoreboard shows the number of saves for Ehlers as 24, which would indicate 27 shots. And then, and actually, sometimes shots can be off the goal and still be counted as shots. It all depends on how they do the stat running here. Yeah, he was kept very busy in the number of times he had to stay between the ball and the goal. So Ehlers certainly had a great game today. This Duluth team is just really, really good. And the Blizzard will get another crack at them, or have to face them again anyway, up at Duluth Public Stadium on June 26th. Each team plays each team twice in the division. And next up for the Blizzard is a rematch with Siouxland, who they just lost to by a score of 5-0. And Siouxland comes in here to Lakeville North High School next Wednesday. Summit Ortho in Lakeville with orthopedic, urgent care, open daily, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 6 locations, metro-wide, including Lakeville. Summit has you covered. Also set up your high school sports physical with them, too. And Herberts and Gerberts, the Blizzard sandwich sponsor. Visit the Lakeville location for an awesome sub. Clear Choice Consulting, supporting dental offices to reach new heights for over 5 years. That's the final. Duluth FC 3-0 over the Minnesota Blizzard. For Adam on camera, my name is Roy, and for all of us with Game Time Media and the Minnesota Blizzard, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the presentation here tonight from Lakeville South High School as Duluth scores the 3-0 victory. Thanks again, and good night from Lakeville South High School.